Frustration is mounting and anger is growing with the liberals and passive politicians. Learn the playbook of those who are trying to destroy our country. From the blue-collar professor, he teaches, he leads, he speaks out for truth and justice. Now, the educator of all things conservative, your host, Dr. Gavin Mitchell.
The leader in talk radio on the internet, right here on K98Talk.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
All right, folks, this is Rick Robinson with you. I want to tell you about some friends of mine from a company called Security Enforcement Specialists. When I ran my security agency for 12 years, I worked with one of these partners on a daily basis. He's been involved in this agency now, and with his other partner, they do have over 30 years of experience in the private security industry. If you own a business, and you need someone to keep you or your customers or residents safe, then I highly recommend contacting Security Enforcement Specialists today. Give them a call at 405-703-1796. Again, that's 405-703-1796. And again, tell them Rick from K98 Talk sent you. Like I said, if you need the help, they are here for you. So make sure that you go look them up, check them out, and see what they can do.
Wrong way. Welcome to the place.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
The Internet will never be the same. You're listening to K98Talk.com.
Wow. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely.
Joel.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the program. So much to get to. The fallout has begun over FBI Director James Comey's decision to not recommend an indictment, and everybody is up in arms over this. But I have an interesting spin from a former congressman that leaves you saying, well, maybe, okay, but I have a rebuke to that. We're also going to get to some gun issues. The Democrats are at it again. We have a sexual harassment suit out there, and believe it or not, a refugee activist lies. All of that coming up this hour. But first, to Capitol Hill. So yesterday was the big day. The big day that James Comey came out. I say yesterday, it was Tuesday, forgive me. Came out and laid out a case for indictment for Hillary Clinton that was airtight. But Comey kept reaching out to this idea that, well, there was no intent. There was no intent. Well, that's not how the law reads. It's not about intent. It's about gross negligence. And over again, he underscored the fact that there was gross negligence, that she couldn't have been more negligent, more careless in what she tried to do. That this whole email scandal was nothing but her being reckless and irresponsible and not adhering to the rules. It was a great, 3/4 of his speech was a great testimony to why Hillary Clinton should be indicted. But we learned there's a separate set of rules, especially if you are the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. And that different set of rules means you don't get indicted. And what was the FBI director's rationale for this? His rationale was, well, no reasonable prosecutor would pursue this case. That's not his job. That's not his role. That's not what he's to do. His job is to investigate and recommend indictment or not, and then it's handed over to the Justice Department, and the Attorney General and her staff decides whether an indictment comes down or not. His job is not to step beyond that and say, well, this is why. Because what he tried to do here was set this thing up so that he could support and give a soft landing to the Justice Department when they didn't indict. He's saying, look, in my professional opinion, as what's supposed to be an objective investigator, I don't think a reasonable prosecutor would pursue this case. I don't see how it happens. It's nonsense. That's not his job. The reality of this thing is James Comey, who's supposed to be unbiased, removed from politics, is part of this well-oiled machine. You see this hashtag, the fix is in, floating around social media. That's exactly what this is. Whether it's Barack Obama pulling the levers to make sure that his policies and his ideals continue with social issues, with one world government, with opening up the borders, with tearing down American exceptionalism, and the only way he can do that is Hillary Clinton, or whether it's Bill Clinton pulling the levers with Attorney General Loretta Lynch, or both, regardless, James Comey was the fall man. He was the guy to deliver the blow, because if it came from anybody other than him, it's blatant corruption. It's an obvious cover-up. But with him, it leaves some people scratching their head. But his argument is any reasonable prosecutor wouldn't pursue this case. Well, this morning I turn on Fox News and I see Rudy Giuliani. So I go and I pull some sound from Rudy Giuliani, because to me, that's a reasonable prosecutor. This is a guy who spent a lot of time as a U.S. attorney. He spent time as the third ranking member in the Justice Department. He knows how this works. He knows what should be and should not be prosecuted. Moreover, he was James Comey's boss in the New York attorney's office, U.S. attorney's office. He was James Comey's boss. He knows the guy. And so there's no way Comey can argue, well, Rudy Giuliani doesn't know what he's talking about. There's no argument that, well, he's not a reasonable or rational prosecutor. Let's listen to what Rudy Giuliani has to say.
So I asked you, Mr. Mayor, some time ago about James Comey. You said he's a man of the highest integrity and he was a straight shooter. Obviously, you still believe that, but you just disagree with
profoundly disagree.
Yeah, with his conclusion.
Are you surprised?
Yes.
What, really?
I'm surprised. I completely disagree with it. It's a case that, as a prosecutor for most of my life, and I wasn't just U.S. attorney, I was a third-ranking official in the Justice Department, made decisions like this. This, to me, is a fairly easy case. Certainly under the non-intent statute, it's a no-brainer.
What did he miss?
I don't know. It's a completely. If you read the first 3/4 of his report, it says indict.
Right.
Lie after lie after lie. You know what you use lies for in a criminal trial? To prove intent.
Right.
Destruction of 34,000 emails. That's a smoking gun. I never had a case where somebody destroyed.
Well, actually, and Mr. Mayor, even James Comey said, the FBI director said that they destroyed emails in a way to make sure that you could never recover them.
When I heard that, I said, my goodness, he's going to recommend an indictment. And then when he says no reasonable prosecutor would bring this case, if you read Judge Mukasey's article in the Wall Street Journal today, former Attorney General, 13-year judge, Chief Judge in the Southern District of New York, this is a absolutely overwhelming case of violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 793F, which makes gross negligence the standard.
Right.
He found her to be extremely careless, her and her staff. If you look at the definition of gross negligence, both in Black's Law Dictionary and in about 8 cases, the definition is extreme carelessness.
Extreme carelessness.
And people of much lesser rank than Hillary Clinton have been indicted and convicted under that statute and the lesser misdemeanor statute.
They have, and we've been showing those names.
So I can't explain it. Only Jim can explain it, and he walked out and wouldn't answer any questions.
That's Giuliani on MSLSD earlier yesterday. And he made a good point. People of lesser stature have been indicted over situations like this. But not Hillary Clinton. She's above the law. The other part was this whole deal with Comey yesterday was supposed to be a press conference. He was going to lay out everything and move on down the road and answer some questions. Well, when he was done talking, he abruptly walked away. He didn't answer any questions. And some of the biggest questions would have been, why is the standard intent? That's not what the statute reads. Why is that your standard? Because even if there's not a felony charge, there could be a misdemeanor charge on this. And without question, the fix was in. And even Rudy Giuliani, who's loyal to James Comey, they worked together. He was his boss, said he doesn't understand it. Well, James Comey is going to have to explain to the House what the heck is going on. He has been asked to come and testify, him and Loretta Lynch, to the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee, wanting to know what are you thinking? We're looking at the evidence. It doesn't add up. We're looking at the standard, and what you did makes no sense, because just like Giuliani said, the first 3/4 of the report lays out an airtight case. But your suggestion is not to indict because no reasonable prosecutor would take the case? Maybe in this Department of Justice, but we just heard Rudy Giuliani. And it's been said over and over again, they have gotten indictments on a lot less on other people. The problem is they're not Hillary Clinton. Again, the fix is in. Now, I found an interesting twist to this, and a perspective that maybe I had not considered. But former U.S. Congressman Alan West came out and answered this. Now, keep in mind, the mass consensus on the right is this is a fix. It's a miscarriage of justice. Ted Cruz came out and said, in a nation where rule of law is supposed to matter, today's decision is troubling. Paul Ryan said the finding of the FBI investigation make clear Secretary Clinton misled the American people. He said that Comey's recommendation against criminal charges defies explanation and leaves many questions unanswered. I agree with all of that. But here's what West had to say. He said, I can't thank Director Comey enough for coming to this decision. And when you hear of someone claiming to be a Republican or a conservative and you see those words, it grabs your attention, does it not? And he explained on his blog, he said, my concern has always been that Barack Obama would release the hounds on Miss Clinton and then push for his vice president, Joe Biden, to be the Democratic nominee. And then to pacify the far left socialists who own the Democratic Party, Obama would position Elizabeth Warren as Biden's VP. That would be a really tough ticket to beat since Joe Biden's favorables, regardless of gaffes and such, are extremely high. However, James Comey just delivered a gift wrapped with a bow. Now, you hear Rush come out on this, and he said, look, you got two options if you're a Democrat. Because Comey sealed this deal up completely. He said, look, you can either say Hillary Clinton's guilty and a criminal, or you can say she's an idiot, but you have no other option after the investigation to choose one or the other. And what Comey has done is given the left their walking papers saying she's an idiot. She can't even control her emails. She can't put this stuff together. And so maybe that's true. Maybe that's right. Maybe this is a gift wrap, but to me, it goes deeper than that. It's a miscarriage of justice because the judicial system is supposed to be absent of all politics. I know that's a hypothetical and I'm living in la la land when I throw that out there, but that's how it's supposed to be. And it's incredibly bothersome to me that judges here in the state of Texas and many other places are elected, but at the federal level, they are appointed, and they're appointed for a reason. It's so they can be absent all the politics, so they don't have to run campaigns, so they don't have to kneel to the pressure of society as it sways back and forth on the ideological pendulum. That's what it's supposed to be. But this is a miscarriage of justice. This has a political fix wrapped all around it in every possible which way. Well, the House agrees, and they have summoned Comey and Loretta Lynch to answer for this because it doesn't make sense to them. They don't understand how this could possibly be. And so they're going to go Thursday. They're going to testify. Obviously, we'll comment on it after it happens and we get the reports of what happened. But it is a complete and total miscarriage of justice. And for the crux to be that Comey leans on, that no reasonable prosecutor would pursue the case, and then his former boss comes out and says, no, you know what? That's wrong. This is an indictment. When you look at this, this is an indictment. And he tried to spin it so that it was intent that was the threshold. That's not the threshold here. That's not what we're after. We're after gross negligence. And we covered all that yesterday. But this idea that Comey may have gift wrapped something for us, maybe we can turn lemons into lemonade. I don't know. It all comes down to what these undecided voters think. Is their disdain for Donald Trump so great that they would put someone this careless, this reckless, this deliberately deceptive and lying criminal in the White House? It's very possible. It's very possible.
The Gavin Mitchell Show. It's summertime again, ladies. Time to break out those sandals and give your toenails a little TLC. The nail technicians at Friendly Nails in Cleburne, Texas are ready to provide you with professional and friendly service. From manicures to pedicures and a variety of specialized services such as acrylic nails, facials, and waxing. Custom designs and a variety of stones to accent your nails are also available. The technicians at Friendly Nails are all licensed and trained in the latest technology and have experience applying every kind of polish on the market. So stop by and be treated like royalty. Relax in their massage chairs and unwind. Full body massage therapy is also available by appointment only. For all you guys wanting to give your special lady a little treat, $50 gift certificates are available now for $40, and anyone who mentions hearing about Friendly Nails on the Gavin Mitchell Show or KLIF will get $10 off any $50 purchase. Friendly Nails is open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 180 North Ridgeway Drive in Cleburne, Texas. Call them at 817-641-3400. Walk-ins are welcome.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-525-8479 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-525-8479 to take your call now. Call 1-800-525-8479. That's 1-800-525-8479. Again, 1-800-525-8479.
Do you need residential or commercial roof repairs, maintenance, or replacement in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? J-Bow Roofing has over 35 years of experience in the industry, and they have the know-how to keep you dry and comfortable. J-Bow Roofing also offers a roofing system that is warranted against hail of any size, and this is a no-excuse warranty. J-Bow Roofing doesn't want their customers to cringe every time it hails. They want customers to have complete confidence that their roofing system is going to stand up to the task. Basically, J-Bow Roofing wants to stop the insanity, lifetime roofing period. Re-roof once and be done. A J-Bow roof product is aesthetically pleasing and tougher than anything you can find. A J-Bow roof is so nice your neighbors will want it. J-Bow lifetime roofing systems are strong as steel, tougher than hail, and guaranteed. So it'll be the last roof you put on your house. Looking for a price? Get a no-cost, no-obligation quote today at jabeau.com. That's jabeau.com. J-Bow Roofing. Your long-term satisfaction is their immediate goal.
Twisted Roads Trading Post in Crowley, Texas is your premier biker apparel, leather, and accessories store. Stop in and visit with Brothers Ron and Carl Phillips. Twisted Roads Trading Post carries leather jackets, chaps, vests, accessories, gifts, and more. Open 6 days a week, Tuesday through Thursday, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., Fridays and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and on Sundays, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Got a motorcycle or trike to sell? Their park and sell lot is now available and anxious to show off your ride. Visit us for sewing, embroidery, and t-shirt printing services. Airbrush services by our friends at Kingdom Custom Creations are also available throughout the week. Call today or visit twistedroadstradingpost.com or find and like them on Facebook. Located west of Crowley on FM 1187, then south on FM 1902. Go 1.3 miles and look for the flags. 817-768-8761. That's 817-768-8761. Twisted Roads Trading Post. If the flags are flying, we're open.
Let's get back to the program. If you're sick of the garbage that comes out of Washington, D.C., then it's time to arm yourself with knowledge from the Blue Collar Professor. Here's your host, Dr. Gavin Mitchell.
Yeah, if you are looking to connect with the program, you can find us on the web, www.thegavinmitchellshow.com. You're welcome to email me anytime you would like, Gavin@thegavinmitchellshow.com, and we are on Twitter @TheGMShow. So a couple instances, and I want to bring it all together as we move through this segment. Do you remember the House sit-in from the Democrats over the gun control law? It happened. It was a stunt. It was equivalent to a 3-year-old not getting their way in the grocery store. We've been over all of that. And they said, hey, no vote, no break is basically what they said. No bill, no break. Well, Paul Ryan said, you know what? Have it your way. Sit here the entire recess. I don't care. Whacked his gavel and said, we're going home. And, of course, the Democrats folded. Well, the Congressional Black Caucus circulated a memo a couple days ago urging its members to, quote, be as disruptive to Speaker Ryan as possible for purposes of achieving a gun control vote. To be as disruptive to Speaker Ryan as possible. That's what the Congressional Black Caucus believes in. That's how they think they get things done. Now, all reports are that Ryan's standing his ground. He's not going to give in. And he met with John Lewis and John Larson, who were the two leaders behind that whole sit-in last month. And he was hoping to talk them into foregoing any more disruptions like that, any more grown person's fits. Now, both of those congressmen said Ryan was respectful and courteous, but he would not give in. He would not say, we are going to vote for gun control. It's not happening. Now, Paul Ryan seems to be a little more level-headed than the rest of the GOP in the House. Other members of the GOP there in the House met with Paul Irving, who is the sergeant in arms for the House of Representatives, wanting to know what actions could be done, what they could do if the left decided to repeat these kind of tactics. What can be done if these idiots throw another fit? Because they're not happy. They're not happy. They broke all kinds of rules. Now, Mike Thompson, a Democrat out of California, made it crystal clear to everybody that the Democrats will not let the issue go, regardless of what the Republicans do. This is what we're facing up there. We've already exposed them for who and what they are. This was a publicity stunt. It was a fundraising stunt. This isn't about gun control. They know that whatever law they're trying to pass, this no-fly list bill, it's not going to make it through the Senate. It doesn't have the votes in the House. It is a ploy. It is political posturing and nothing more to it. What's important is that this Mike Thompson was one of the Democrats who joined Gabby Giffords' push to require all gun buyers to pass a background check, the same background check that Gabby Giffords' attacker passed, the same background check that the Orlando gunman passed. So if this is all about background checks, we've proven it stops nothing. Now that's what's going on up in Washington. Here is what's going on in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. There was a black man fatally shot by police. This update came at 12:33 today, so late last night. Apparently, this guy was out in front of a store selling DVDs. He was armed. He was also a convicted felon. He was a sex offender, so he shouldn't have had the gun. He resisted arrest. People were called to come, or the police were called to come and address the situation of him selling these CDs out in front, or DVDs, whatever they were, in front of the grocery store. Well, it turned into a scuffle. And apparently this is a big dude. He's not a little guy. He is a big dude. Well, what makes this thing kind of fishy, and I'll admit to it, is halfway through the struggle, the police officers lost their body cams, but somebody picked it up on their cell phone. And it doesn't look like the officers' lives are in imminent danger. Sure, they're in danger of getting beat down, But the police officers decided to fire 4 to 6 times. And they killed this guy. Well, I don't condone this at all. The police are held to the same standards we are. You don't get to use deadly force just because you have a badge. But we need to let justice run its course. If, in fact, and there's video of it, if, in fact, these people pulled the trigger, these police officers pulled the trigger without a justifiable reason, they will be prosecuted. They have been across the country. This happens from time to time where police officers pull the trigger without justifiable cause. The problem is this Black Lives Matter group is so quick to jump all over racism this, racism that. I'm telling you, I don't think the outcome changes if this guy is white, black, Hispanic. It doesn't matter. I think these guys made a horrible, horrible mistake. Maybe they were trigger happy. I don't know. But you can bet Black Lives Matter is tearing apart Baton Rouge right now. They absolutely are. So again, it's disruption that gets things done in the in the eyes of the left. That's how they go about things. Now here's my question. This is what I want to know. Again, in Chicago this week, there were at least 64 people shot over the Independence Day holiday. And that brings the number of homicides up to 329 this year. 329. Now they're arguing, oh, well, the numbers are down from the last couple of years. That doesn't matter. At least over the 4th of July weekend. That doesn't matter. They're on pace to have over 600 homicides in Chicago this year. Where is Black Lives Matter? Where are the Democrats arguing gun control laws? Because it has been reported by the left that 80% of these homicides are committed by people they arrest and then let go. Whether it's on bail, whether it's on lax laws. Mayor Rahm Emanuel, this leftist clown that comes from the Barack Obama administration, even blames lax laws that allow gang members who are responsible for the bulk of gun violence to return to the streets relatively quickly. Whose fault is that? That is the left. This is what happens when the left gets control of a city. This is what happens when we put the left in charge. It's not the guns. We have argued this over and over again, but I want you to understand that when there's publicity, there's notoriety, there are people paying attention to an event, the Democrats are there. They're protesting in the House. They're sitting down and throwing a fit. They're throwing filibusters on the Senate floor. The people are out there protesting in the streets of Baton Rouge, the Black Lives Matter group. They're all there because there's notoriety, there's publicity. But when black people were killing black people in gang violence in Chicago at unprecedented numbers, over 600 murders is what Chicago is on pace for this year. Not a single word. Not a mention of what's going on. And they'll argue, oh, well, it's a gun control issue. Chicago has some of the strictest gun laws in the country. It is daggum near impossible to get a gun in Chicago. Yeah, but they're bringing them from other places. No, what's happening is the bad guys are getting guns regardless of your laws. That's what's happening. And by these laws stripping the law-abiding citizens from having their rights to carry a gun, to protect themselves, to shoot back if necessary, you're making them walking targets. It's fish in a barrel for these bad guys. That's what's going on. But it's all about getting votes, and it's all about earning money. That whole sit-in at the House was nothing more than a fundraiser. Paul Ryan held up the email that went out. Look at what we're doing. Donate $25, $50, $75 to the cause. We want to keep your kids safe. That's not what it's about at all. This is every bit as hypocritical as Hillary Clinton coming out and saying, oh, well, I believe in women's rights. I support the LGBT community. Meanwhile, she's doing favors for Islamic countries and funneling money into the Clinton Foundation at a millions of dollars rate. Same countries that punish gay people to death and force women into what effectively is slavery. That's what it's all about. But they brainwash these people out on the street. Oh, America was never great. Oh, America's racist. It's imperialism. No, it's American exceptionalism. And that American exceptionalism is what makes it great. And you running around stomping on the flag because you trust these clowns, these idiots like Hillary Clinton, who should have been indicted, but dodges the bullet because she's Hillary Clinton. And I can hear the left now. Oh, well, rich white people do it all the time. They got money to pay off the system. Give me a break. This was a fix. It was a fix from the beginning. And there is some truth. If you've got some money, you can buy a little better lawyer. You get a little better lawyer that understands the system, maybe things come out more favorably. There's truth to that. But at the end of the day, if you don't put yourself in a courtroom, you don't have that problem now, do you? I'm sick of this victim playing crap from the left. Everybody's a victim. It's this country. It's the flag. It's the racists keeping us down. All these bigots, they step on our throats. What kind of crap is that? I've had all I want of this nonsense. I'm tired of people crying wolf. I'm tired of people making excuses. This is the greatest country in the history of the world. You can go out and make something of yourself if you want to. You just have to decide you want to. And yes, it takes hard work. It takes effort. It takes time, blood, sweat, and tears. But you can do it if you want to. The problem is nobody wants to. They want everything handed to them. I've had all I want of this. I'm so sick of this mentality. And there are people that believe to their core that I am 100% wrong. They believe the reason they haven't been able to succeed is because of racism. They believe the reason I haven't been able to succeed is capitalism. I don't understand it. I just don't. Meanwhile, it's okay for them to kill their own. But by God, if there's a chance for publicity, you bet they're lighting cars on fire. They're protesting. They're sitting down on the House floor and they're filibustering every opportunity they get.
The Gavin Mitchell Show. Are you getting squeezed by the economic downturn? Hey, you were doing fine. Then, all of a sudden, you're having a tough time paying your family's credit card bills. Maybe you were downsized or even lost a job, but you still owe 10 grand or more in credit card bills. And you just can't afford the minimum payments anymore. We're here to help. We are the Genesis Debt Partners. We know the secrets to negotiate better terms with your creditors. Make a free 10-minute call right now and learn how we can help you get out of debt. 800-807-9767. If you owe 10 grand or more in credit card debt and you want to learn how you can pay less and get out of debt faster, call right now. 800-807-9767. 800-807-9767. Get out of debt now. 800-807-9767.
Hey everybody, your pal Gavin Mitchell here from my friends at Texas Elite Landscape. We all have that embarrassing spot in our yard we just can't seem to get grass to grow. Or perhaps you're tired of pumping hundreds and thousands of dollars into your yard just to get it to turn green when the weather warms up. Or maybe the constant maintenance is just too much to bear. Well, my friends at Texas Elite Landscaping are the most respected synthetic grass installation specialists in North Texas. Locally owned and operated, they have installed over 1 million square feet of the highest quality quality grass made right here in the USA. And I know what you're thinking. Is it pet and child friendly? You bet it is. So whether you want your yard looking picture perfect year round, no matter what the season is, or perhaps you'd like a putting green in the backyard to keep your husband home on Saturdays, give my friends at Texas Elite Landscaping a call today. 214-298-7726. That's 214-298-7726. Or find them at TexasEliteLandscaping.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-824-3301. 800-824-3301. That's 800-824-3301. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
Boy, man, I had a rough night's sleep. Boy, I got a letter from the IRS yesterday, and I just couldn't sleep. Man, I'm dying here. Somebody help me.
IRS problems affect more than just your finances. If you're ready to take back control of your life and you owe more than $10,000, you need to call the tax doctor. Their expert staff can immediately protect you from the IRS and state collectors and get you the best possible tax settlement guaranteed. The IRS has recently released new programs geared in helping struggling taxpayers, where you may qualify to settle your tax debt and wipe out up to 85% or more of what you currently owe. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call the tax doctor right now. See if you qualify to pay less. 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. Again, 800-631-9123.
Hey, liberals, try rooting for your own country for a change. Our blue-collar educator of all things common sense does. Now, back to the Gavin Mitchell Show.
If you are looking for the show, you can find us each and every weekday, 5 p.m. Central on ConservativeRadioNetwork.com. Also now RedNationRising.us. That's Red Nation Rising Radio, powered by ICRN. We are there 5 p.m. Central each and every day. You can find us on K98 Talk, the 405 Media, High Plains Radio, Sackheads Radio, StreamingTalkRadio.com, and IPBN-FM.com. All of those, you can find the show at given times. And so thank you to each and every one of those guys for allowing us to be a part of what's going on. You can find the show on demand, iTunes, Spreaker, TuneIn, and Google Play. And then each and every Saturday night on News and Information 570 KLIF here in Dallas-Fort Worth. That's 570 AM, 8 p.m. Saturday night. And if you are not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can find it on ConservativeRadioNetwork.com. You can find it on the 405media.com. Those are live and real time. And then also KLIF has a stream on their website. You can just go to KLIF.com and click play, and there we are. So I want to go to Des Moines, Iowa. The Des Moines Register published this article, and I'm baffled by it. The Iowa Civil Rights Commission has said that two conservative churches, two Christian churches, has to allow the transgender community to use the bathroom they see fit. They say if you're open to the public, you have to follow the law. We don't care if you are a place of religious worship or not. You have to let people who are gender confused in. And this all goes back to this idea that the Obama administration can redefine protected classes, or they can add a new one. Because gender identity is not one of the protected classes. Sex is, but your confusion about your sex isn't. It's not a protected class. But the Obama administration is moving like it is. They are blackmailing and threatening as if it is, as if they have added this gender fluid situation to one of the enumerated protected classes. And it's disgusting to me because there have been several mental health experts, psychologists, psychiatrists, boards of pediatric reviews, so on and so forth, studies done that says being transgendered is a mental disorder. And the Obama administration, Hollywood, the media are doing no favors coddling to these people. We need to understand it's a mental illness, address it, learn about it, and deal with it accordingly, but not by welcoming it and promoting it and protecting it. It's disgusting. And now they are shoving this stuff into our churches. So the Des Moines Church of Christ filed a federal lawsuit against the Iowa Civil Rights Commission. They named plenty of people. They named the city of Des Moines, and it goes on and on about this whole idea that churches have to, something they are adamantly against. They don't hate the person. They're just not going to promote the sin by allowing somebody transgender to not only come in, which they should be welcomed into their congregation, but they shouldn't be able to go into the restroom with a bunch of kids at church when they're in the wrong restroom. That's part of the problem. And what you're doing is you're asking the churches to bend over backward to accommodate something they don't believe in, something they are not for. You've already forced independent businesses that may have Christian beliefs to cater to gay people when their weddings come by baking them a cake. Now you are forcing our houses of worship to cater to something we think is incredibly wrong. I find this interesting that these are Christian churches. I wonder if the same rule or enforcement of the rule has been placed on the mosques. And what would they say? I bet it hadn't. I bet they haven't even addressed the mosque, because this has nothing to do with the transgender issue and bathrooms at a church. It has nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with the liberals trying to wiggle their way into our place of worship so they can begin to tilt the perspective, so they can begin to poison and indoctrinate us on theirs. And that's a real problem. This isn't me playing conspiracy theory. That's a real problem. The left has lost their moral compass. They believe if it feels good, do it. To each his own. Well, as long as you're not hurting anybody. And it has compromised the moral fabric of this country. We have lost our compass. And if you don't think that matters, just look at the downhill slide this country is on. Look at the discussions we are having today and tell me that this is on the up and up and this is right. It's absolutely disgusting to me. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, Greta Carlson, who worked for Fox News, has filed a lawsuit against her former employer, and another lady who speaks out as a refugee activist has lied. We're going to get into all of that next.
The Gavin Mitchell Show. You hear the headlines. You know health insurance is a real mess right now. Premiums have skyrocketed, and in most cases, you're stuck with your plan until open enrollment. But there's a government rule that allows you to qualify for lower health insurance rates if your life has changed. That means if you've changed jobs, if you're having a child, if you're getting married, if you're getting divorced, even if you run a small business or you're self-employed, this law may qualify you to get lower health insurance rates. Call the Health Insurance Hotline today. Learn how this 10-minute call can help you get lower health insurance rates. This is a free service to help consumers learn the laws to help them qualify for lower health insurance rates. So call right now to learn more. 800-926-4501, 800-926-4501, 800-926-4501, 800-926-4501.
Hey folks, Gavin Mitchell here. If you're in the market for a new car or truck, Jerry Chevrolet in Weatherford has been family owned and operated for nearly 50 years, and my family has done business with Jerry for 25 of those. Jerry's proudly built a reputation of working hard to provide their customers with great service and exceptional value. Jerry Chevrolet has hundreds of new trucks in stock, and they are always marked with the absolute lowest price. Come test drive the Chevy Silverado or the Colorado today and get yourself a $25 prepaid Visa gift card for doing it. When you go online at jerrychevytexas.com, Jerry will offer you a $25 prepaid Visa gift card just for stopping in. No purchase necessary. It's as easy as that. If you have a trade-in, Jerry Chevrolet is always looking for quality used cars, and you can go to jerrychevytexas.com today and find out what your vehicle is worth. Find new roads at Jerry Chevrolet in Weatherford and at jerrychevytexas.com. Come out our way and trade your way. Tell them Gavin sent you.
Attention business owners. We know that owning a business means getting things done right now. So if your right now list includes a new building, call the Right Now Company. General Steel. We can design a building for your business quickly and save you thousands of dollars. That's right, thousands. You may think General Steel only builds large projects or that you can't afford General Steel quality. Well, check these prices. How about a 40 by 60 foot building for under $22,000? Or even a 50 by 100 for under $35,000? That's right, a 5,000 square foot building for under $35,000. And these buildings all have General Steel quality. Best of all, you can still order a building and have it delivered in time to build this year. How's that for right now? So if your right now list includes a new building, call the Right Now Company, General Steel.
800-398-8309, 800-398-8309, 800-398-8309. That's 800-398-8309.
Hey everybody, Gavin Mitchell from The Gavin Mitchell Show here. Of course you can find our show every week on our flagship station, News and Information, 570 AM KLIF, but sometimes once a week just isn't enough. I would encourage you to go out to our website, www.thegavinmitchellshow.com, and there you'll find a plethora of information about the show, including archived episodes of our daily podcast. You'll find a blog written by me and other conservative writers, and entertaining videos that are available with the Gavin Mitchell Experience. I would encourage you to follow us on Twitter at The GM Show. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/The Gavin Mitchell Show. And of course, we are on our flagship station for the internet, conservativeradionetwork.com, with the most talented conservative podcasters in the country. So be sure to tune in Saturdays at 8 p.m. right here on News and Information 570 AM KLIF, or through the week at conservativeradionetwork.com or www.thegavinmitchellshow.com.
If you happen to drive by the studios during a commercial break and you see a guy on the roof waving an American flag, that's our blue-collar doctor of common sense. And now here he is, your host, Dr. Gavin Mitchell.
For those of you who watch Fox News, you are probably familiar with Gretchen Carlson. She hosted a midday show there on Fox News. The Real Story with Gretchen Carlson is what it was called. And then before that, she was the co-host of Fox and Friends in the morning. Well, she got the boot on June 23rd. She was axed. And now it comes out that she has filed a sexual harassment and retaliation lawsuit against Fox chairman and CEO Roger Ailes. Okay, I get it. Here's what is coming out of the complaint. Carlson told everybody that this is what happened. Quote, "I think you and I should have a sexual relationship a long time ago, and then you'd be good and better, and I'd be good and better." Mr. Ailes allegedly told Carlson in a meeting last September, during which she tried to discuss ongoing discriminatory treatment. "Sometimes problems are easier to solve that way," added Mr. Ailes, according to the complaint. It also accuses Mr. Ailes of frequently sexually charged comments and conduct, that he called Ms. Carlson a man-hater who tried to show up the boys. Let me say this. If Gretchen Carlson is one of those people that runs around trying to be one of these social justice warriors for women, I got no time for her. I do find the timing of the lawsuit very suspect, being that it was brought after she was fired, right? Not while she was there. Apparently this went on a while. It seemed to go on a good while. But she didn't bring the lawsuit until after she was filed. Carlson said in a statement, "Although this was a difficult step to take, I had to stand up for myself and speak out for all women in the next generation of women in the workplace. I am extremely proud of my accomplishments at Fox News and for keeping our loyal viewers engaged and informed on events and news topics of the day." So I don't have a lot to say about this other than, if it's true, go get him. If it's not, I hope they drop the hammer on her. Because it seems that the picture I'm getting is that she is one of those people that complains about, oh, the guys are getting this, the women aren't getting that, because that's what that meeting was about, right? Discrimination in the workplace. She's complaining sexism here and sexism there. If she's one of those people that turns everything into sexism, again, I have no time for her. And it is incredibly suspect that it was filed after she was fired and not before. If it's true, go get them. If it's not, I hope Fox News drops the hammer on her. I am so tired of false claims and people crying wolf and lies. We see it all the time with sexual assault. We see it with sexual harassment, domestic violence. All of those things are grotesque and unnecessary and should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. But I believe if you cry wolf and you lie, you should receive the same punishment. I have no time for people like that. I'm not passing judgment prematurely. I don't know where she stands. I don't know if it's right or not. I don't know Gretchen Carlson. I have no idea who she is. Now, Celine Gorin, 24 years old. She is a left-wing German activist who is all about refugee activism. I mean, she gets out there and says, yes, we need more of these people all the time, despite common sense. Well, in January, in a city about 150 miles south of Cologne in Germany, she was sexually assaulted on a playground. It was done by several men. Originally, she claimed that some of them spoke German. It was a mixed group of foreigners, and you know, it was just, I didn't get a good look at who they were. They were this, trying to protect the very people that raped her, because remember, she's a refugee activist. Well, it comes out that, in fact, they were people of Arab or North African appearance. That's who they were. And they spoke Arabic and Farsi. They were refugees, Syrian refugees, the same Syrian refugees that all of us on the right are concerned with bringing into our culture. And this person's so concerned that her cause won't be forwarded, she lied about her own sexual assault to protect the people that assaulted her. If that's not brainwashed, I don't know what is. If that is not delusional, someone please give me an example of what is. When you are so concerned about advancing an agenda that you compromise justice, you've gone off the deep end, have you not? When you're so concerned that the actual happenings and the factual account of an event will stop the cause that you're so dedicated to, do you not need to reconsider that cause? The problem is we have two cultures here, two religious beliefs, two fundamental ideologies running together head to head. It is a catastrophic collision happening. And this is what the Muslim religion believes. If you are not a Muslim woman, then you are property. You are a slave, and you can be raped. And it's not infidelity to that Muslim man. That's why Muslim women dress the way they do, so they can be identified. That's why people who aren't Muslim, when they go into Muslim countries, the women cover up so that they're not kidnapped and enslaved and sexually assaulted. And when this collision happens, do you not yield to the country and the culture that started it, that it happens at? Shouldn't the German government step up and say, no, this is our land. This is us. It's our government. It's our culture. That doesn't seem to be the case at all. People are so worried about being bigots and racist that they won't even tell the truth about their own rape. What's more disgusting than that? I can't think of much. I can't. That's going to do it for today. In the words of the great Ray Wiley Hubbard, on the days I keep my gratitude higher than my expectations, well, I have really good days. I hope you have a great day. Do not forget RedNationRising.us for Red Nation Radio powered by ICRN. For Ron Phillips, I am Gavin Mitchell. This has been a Pinnacle Broadcast Holdings production. We'll see you tomorrow.